Okay, that was annoying. Hi guys, good evening and welcome to today's class. It's actually very amazing to spend time with you guys today. It's been a very long, how will I put it, a tough while for me. I had to actually stop, public classes because I just wanted to. Please let me know if you can hear me loud and clear so that I don't know if I'm loud enough. I'm tired. So yeah, I just had to, pause a bit from, let me call it public teachings, because I had a lot of work to do. And of course I have private classes, so I have a lot of students I have to cater for. But I just intend to, to reach out to you guys and, probably have to discuss something that I feel like is probably necessary. Most of us have been designing for quite a while, 2-3 years, and we are still regarded as junior designers. In fact, I'm also a junior designer, so you don't have to feel really bad about it. So, and I'm really sorry that there was a lot of confusion around the time. I intend to start by 9 p.m. But unfortunately, while I was setting up my invitation, I used 8 p.m. But basically this class is recorded, so you can obviously watch it. Those that miss it will send the link back to them so they can catch up. So today we don't want to talk too much. You'll be seeing my face all through. There's no presentation yet because we want to have a conversation. There's a big chance that I'll be calling most of you to, share your experience with me. We just basically want to talk about how we can, master product design on our own. Personally for me, I used to tell you guys, I do not actually learn product design under someone, right? I do not have this special coach. I have this story I used to tell. The first day I tried learning UI UX, a client actually just said, Damola, what's up? I was like, I'm fine. I was like, well, you just delivered this design and I love your design actually. But have you heard of UI UX? And I was like, no, really, I've not actually heard of it. And it was like, I should, sorry. So it was like I should, just find out about it and try to, sorry, please give me a second. Sorry. Yeah, so it was like I should go and find out about product design, about UI UX course, and I should try my best to, maybe I should get back to him on it. And he said if I can learn it with my creativity, I should be it will start paying me 200,000. And I remember I was in, I think, my 500 level then. I think so. Or my 400 level. 500 level, yes. In fact, I think my extra year. So I began to actually, I started looking, I just went to YouTube and I searched for what is UI UX, or basically like, introduction to UI UX. And I started learning. And when I saw that, I think I started with Figma, yeah. When I saw that Figma was a web app and I could, all the tools that was there, I was really familiar with, because obviously I'm a designer, graphic designer already. I was basically like, I know how to use them, pen to, frame to, whatever was there, I was familiar with it. So the thing just clicked, and I produced my first UI design. That's my first website. And I sent back to the man. I remember that my first UI job I did, my first basically UI design that I ever did was Ilta's website. And that was basically like my testing ground. And at the end of the day, I used it to basically like land my first UI UX job. That was like my first portfolio. Understand? The guy saw it, was impressed, and he just kept me on one side because I was still junior then. So they cannot just give me a big project. But at the end of the day, we actually had to work together, and I earned quite some kind of money from him. I think I was one that did his app then. So what am I trying to say? So what am I trying to say, right? I'm trying to say basically that you can learn product design if you are curious, basically, right? You can, I think we have to join this class again because the meeting basically is saying 10 minutes more. So after the 10 minutes end, please just join the same link, just join the class again so that we can continue. So as I was saying, how can we master product design? So I'm basically from my own experience, I feel like you need to be really curious. Then secondly, you need to actually separate yourself from the crowd, right? A lot of people, there's so many buzzes things going on Twitter, on Instagram. So many people are doing a lot of things. And one of the ways that you can actually find your own style, right, is to kind of like separate yourself from what people are doing and really, really look forward to what product design can do for you. You understand? Or what you can do with product design. So obviously it starts from UI UX. Your skill in UI UX has to actually improve. How do you learn UI? You replicate design. It's as simple as that. Whenever you see things on Instagram or you see things on LinkedIn, try to replicate it, obviously. And when you start replicating it, you start discovering a lot of errors. I understand. And like I used to tell people, have a dummy project that you're working on. One of the ways I mastered product design. Product design basically is not the one we see on the internet sometimes. It's not the portfolio ones. It's not the how will I put it, the ones we use to write on case studies, like our friends used to share or other designers used to share. Product design, the real product design is when you're working in a team. And then you realize that your skills, your design skills is secondary, is the second thing that matters. And the first thing that actually matters is understanding, is the ability for you to actually like understand the project itself and the goal of the project. And that really becomes a bit very difficult because you are actually working with a lot of people that are demanding a lot of things from you. Marketing wants something from you. The business wants something from you. Social media wants something from you. Compliance, everybody basically like wants something from you. And then you need to take a decision. And another another difficulty you have to face is that what if I worked overnight or I worked really hard to produce this masterpiece I'm saying? In fact, if I upload this work on Twitter right now, I'm going to be getting 1,000 likes. Everybody's going to love it. But what happens when the CEO or the product marketer or the product designer or product manager says that this is not what they're trying to achieve? Or they started doing some sort of like reviews. And that really, really humbled me because, I've for the past 3 years, I think I've worked for about 8 companies or 7 companies. Most of them I'm still working with them. Currently working with 4. Please don't be like me. I'm looking for money. So that 7 is actually too much, or that 4 is actually too much. But I don't, obviously, probably because of I'm very, very fast and my mastering design already. So what I'm trying to basically say is that what did I do? I realized that where I was the boss in maybe company A, I'm the product designer and the head of product design. And company B, I'm the junior designer. Or let's say I have to report under someone, I have to report to someone. And I now realize there's a sort of a balance. So anytime my other designers, the ones I'm leading in company A, when they send me some sort of like deliveries, I'll be like, nah, this is not good enough. And like, please go and start again. You understand? And maybe in company B, I delivered something and I'm hearing that kind of review. Also, maybe they are telling me too that this is not good enough. Go and start again. It kind of helped me with empathy. And now anytime I'm in company A and maybe a product designer or a UI designer gives me a job, delivers a job, I won't be telling him go and start again because I'll be thinking that karma will happen to me also. They will tell me by the time I go back to this company, they also tell me to go and like restart. So the thing really, really humbled me because review is one thing that we battle with as designers, and we kind of like put us in a very, very tight situation whereby we start asking questions. Am I really good enough? Right? Am I what I say I am? Is this thing really sweet? Is my sweet design really solving problems? Okay. And that is why I have a product where nobody's going to judge my design. Secondly, I'm going to be the one to be approving it. So I'm basically following what is in my heart, what I feel that is going to work for my users. I'm designing it, I'm approving it, I'm developing it, and I'm going to make life mistake on those things. Nobody's going to judge me. And that thing actually catapulted like my growth in design. And this is why I used to tell people that have a small startup as designers. As in, designers are most likely going to be one of the best CEOs ever because of they've passed through everything. You understand? They've thought about their clients, they've thought about their customer, they've thought about their users every time they are trying to build a product. So it really, really makes sense that they will succeed. So one of the ways that you need to actually, apart from being curious, apart from looking for answers, one of the ways is that have a laboratory, have your personal laboratory, have something that on your own you are building, probably you and another designer. And the funny thing is that the way life works now, you don't need engineers to produce a product that you will design and you will develop. For example, I personally can sell a course without using any websites. All I just need is real graphics, and I need like a third party, like basically like seller that will handle my payment, and maybe Notion. And with seller and Notion, I'm able to like position how flows will look like. If you want to buy Damala's course right now, is very, very easy. Okay, click on his course, then you see buy now, obviously, straight up. You see buy now, and people are literally going to buy without hassle. And I have somebody that is going to like, approve your course and add it to the group, something like that. So that systemic way of converting someone from a lead to a client or to a student has been designed by me. You understand? And basically, when I'm designing for insurance or when I'm designing for fintech, I kind of used to like have alternatives. So rather than having to design things in way everybody would have done it, I have my own way and I feel like they convert faster. You understand? So that is mastery. That is why when you're using 1 week to design products, I'm using 3 days because of I have shortcuts on my head. With my experience, my own product that I've been selling, I know what people want. I know the kind of complaints that people have had. There are situations where people will tell me, I don't like my card cannot work, my card is not working. Can I use a bank transfer? All those inclusion I will include it in real-time projects. Understand? So that when you are trying to buy something and your card is not working, you can basically use transfer. So this is the reason why I keep telling people that you need a dummy laboratory. You need something that you can test with, you can practice with. And at the same time, that thing is still real time. Any of you can say, okay, let's two of us join together, let's be selling shirts. And let's design a website let's design a product using let's be selling a shirt under the product, or let's turn that shirt as a product. Let's build something so that every sort of mistake that you make with clients work, you will make it on your project. And that's one of the ways that you can actually like master product design. You can say that all these ones I'm even mentioning, they are not basically, they don't even have to do with typography. They're not They don't have to do with the auto layout. They don't have to be, they are basically like real time. They are like reality. You understand? They don't care about your Figma. They just care about your head. Understand? So yeah, we have less than 1 minute. I would really, really like you guys. I love to, I want to share a lot of things with you guys. I love if you can join this link again. So that we can have 45 minutes more. I've joined earlier, and that's why the time was wasted to this point. So please let's join the class again. Thank you.